and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we are doing something very, very different. We are trying to create the template that I need to be able to make a bag for a phone. And yeah, so let me tell you what I've already got here. So this starts with my A4 template, you know, pattern making stuff that's over on my website, akaawol.com. And I added a little space at the top, and then I figured out how far down it was that the body of the bag would be. So this is the line down here. If you can see where I'm pointing, this is the halfway point. And then these lines up here, each one of these is 10 strings. So you got 10, 20, 30, and then this is 5. So there's 35 going to the left and 35 to the right. And this is to be half of it. So that's 70. And then the whole bag would be 140 strings. So yeah, that's the plan so far. So mind you, some of these guidelines like this one and this one, they really don't need. The middle one I really need because we're going to be working from the middle and doing a bunch of stuff. And then the one at the end I really need because I need to know how, I left some room on the other side so it helps me to envision the fact that the bag rolls around and keeps going. So that's kind of a thing. So yeah, so there's going to be a lot of things that we have to do to this to make this work. Um, so talking with my wife, she suggests that this bag needs a flap to come up and over it, and we talked about different styles of it, and she wants it to be a nice triangular thing. So I need a lot more space to work from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control C, Control V. We're going to use some of the tricks that we use with the other stuff. We're going to flip this vertically. And then we are going to slide it all the way down to this line. And then the trick here is that I need it to be lined up. And at this point, we are using huge amounts of computer resources. Like this is pretty stupid at this point. So every action that I do, I have to wait a few seconds for my computer to actually respond to what I've done. But hey, what do you know? We did it. Now we need to change the image size to, how do we do this? Canvas size? No. Crop to content. Is it crop to slice? Layer. Layer to image size. Is that it? No. Control Z. That was not it. So see, we have the whole thing comes way down here now. We need that to be the size of our image. Layer boundary size. I thought it was an image thing. Fit canvas to layers. Yeah, we got it, baby. All right, we are cooking now. Why is there a line down here? Control A. Why is there a line right here? I don't know what that came from. There's like a dotted line. Do you guys, can you see that? There's like a dotted line. Hardly visible, but it's still there. That's gonna bother me. I have no idea why. Layer. Anchor layer. Ah, that was because we didn't anchor the layer. Okay, it went away. Sanity saved for another day. Okay, so these dots here were, every like five of I can't really call it rows. Typically in the other websites, they count rows like one, two, three, four. When I'm doing my counting, I count straight down. Um, I don't know why I do it differently. I guess it's just out of the way I've been doing it for a really long time. So yeah. Okay, so like I said, these rows up here aren't as needed, but um, there's going to be a strap involved, right? And so hear me out. This is how I'm envisioning it. There will be like a bracelet width coming off of a kumi that's long enough to be the shoulder strap, and I need to know like how many knots are in that. So um, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Wait, I need a paint tool to mark where that lands. So this would be like, let's kind of zoom in so you guys can see what I'm pointing at. So this would be one strand right here, right? Can you see how that's attached to the line? So that would be one. This would be another, right? So we are trying for 8 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this line, does it go here? No, it goes here. Okay, goes here because um so this, let's go back to the paint tool. Let's just, for now, because this whole area will get wiped. This 8 strings and then the ones on this side, this would be our triangle coming into it, and then the bag will go basically flat on one side, and the other side gets the big old diamond. So, yeah, that's kind of a thing. Let's do it on the other side too then. We're kind of down from the beat point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get this tool, and then we move this line to here. All right, so that's helpful. That is helpful. Mind you, what I'm really trying to target today is, well, I guess I do have to make both sides. We'll make both sides of the pattern. So this could get a little bit lengthy. We'll see. I don't know. I'm really stressing already. Essentially, I need this to come all the way down. So this is our that goes to there. Right, and then this is this way. Wow. I don't know how many strands that is. It's a lot. We'll probably what we would do for something like this is make it like a 24 string kumi loop, and then all the additional strands, because things are doubled, I can put a half hitch to add more strings onto the strings that are there, so that way I can get enough strings to actually pull off this long triangular thing. So what I'm doing here is I'm marking this. Like, well, I could use the pencil tool and just draw a straight line across, which I suppose that would probably work too. So that goes all the way to there, and then this one comes up. So this is what the top of our bag looks like. And to keep the counts right, I guess I got that figured out. Okay, so next thing, show you something cool. Check out the block. Can you see that? See how it makes the blocks? So how do we do this? This is, we go over to the brush selection and we choose this like rectangular thing, right? And then we, the aspect ratio, we bring that down to basically 0. I don't know why it's like, whatever, 13. 15, 32, 1, 0. There it is, perfectly 0. Put the angle to 45, and hardness, that should be 100. Okay, so now we have a perfect diamond. And why is a diamond so special for this? Check it out. We can, let's zoom in there. We can wipe out the whole box right down into the corner. How cool is that, right? That's, if we use the shift key, we can come up this direction, and oops, we are up a little high. See? Bam. And that way we can clear out the areas that are not serving us. We can take it over here too. There's like just a little hair of stuff there. Always find that annoying. All right. So we got that. I think that kind of goes down too far, does it? Looks like it goes down too far. That, it's the little things in this stuff that absolutely makes me insane. I hate when there's, see that? There's just like a little teeny 1 pixely thing left. There we go. I hate it. That's why you'll sometimes see in some of my patterns where I've cropped down too far, was because I was trying to not have that extra single little row thing there. Okay. So that was quick. Zap that whole row right off. So yeah, I was gonna just do this on my own, like just go ahead and create this pattern and just work on it. But I figured that at least some of you guys might want to try making bags and you're not sure how to actually build all this kind of stuff. So hopefully this appeals to whoever out there is thinking about doing this kind of thing, because I don't think there's a lot of creators out there who do anything even remotely like this. So yeah, I mean, this is, it's not super difficult or anything. I'm not a great skilled Photoshop. Well, this is GIMP. This GIMP is the free software version of Photoshop. I am not by any stretch of the imagination great at this stuff. You saw me struggle earlier trying to figure out how to get the whole image. Whoops, what had happened to my... I hit a wrong button and it tried to take my tool away. Do, 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 do. Oops. All right. So now we can easily just wipe out all this part up here that's not getting used. So and if I really wanted to go faster at it, I could make the box even bigger still, but there's not that much of it to have to do. All right, let's go back to the paint thing. Put these bad boys back. Again, there might have been a smarter way of actually marking all of this stuff. I don't know what it was. If there was. If you're good at this stuff, like leave me tips and stuff in the comments. I'm always trying to learn more how to use the tools. But this was my way of trying to avoid overdoing any part of this stuff, like cutting down too far. Because yeah, it needs to be all nice and symmetrical, and it needs to do all the things. So yeah, I thought we were going to have to put in the whole bottom part. I thought we were going to end up... Oh yeah, no, we do. We do. I'll show you why. Oh yeah. Ah, I thought we got around it. So this becomes the new line for the whole thing, right? I knew there was a reason. Okay. So this was where the middle was going to be, but look, there's very little rows left, right? So that can't be it. So 5, 10, 15. Oops, let's make this bigger. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. This becomes the new middle line. Aha. Wow. So yeah, so this line, yeah, that's gone. So we have a little bit off the bottom to work with. Let me save this before I mess this up. Okay, so this is one side of the bag, right? So try to, again, envision what we've got going on here. You got these diamonds with the strap going to it, and you have this to be the flap that goes over the top, right? So now we need to do the other side. So I am going to image and duplicate. So now we have another working copy, right? And then we'll go back to the pencil tool. And I'm not sure how to do this. Well, let's... Oops, need to wait again. All of these go away. So this becomes our straight row on the other side of the bag, right? So if you can envision, one side is a great big triangle, and the other side is super duper flat. And that way the triangle goes over the flat, right? So let's go back to the pencil tool. Not sure if this is going to work. We'll try it. Oh, yeah. That worked okay. We don't really need these lines, you know, like this part of it. But I'm not sure that I actually feel inclined to actually take them all away. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I can reduce this down in size and just come down here and do this, which is tedious, but it'll make my template look better. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Because let's face it, I can use this template many times, and I'm probably going to share it. And yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if there is like an easier way of doing this. If there was, I would really like to know that, because it's a sort of zigzaggy line, and I don't know how you would cut a zigzag line. Yeah, it's I can't. I don't know. My brain is like busy trying to like, can that happen? Can that be a thing? I don't know how you would do it. But having this as a box definitely makes it faster, right? Can you imagine trying to do this with the circle? Like, just no. That would not be fun. See, it's leaving that one little extra line. Just not cool. That's why you can end up cropping just a little too much because you're just trying to do it quicker and you don't want to leave anything. So I'm guessing in order, because the bag itself, I plan on trying to do is a pretty complicated pattern. I'm guessing I might actually have to draw out the pattern for my bag on both sides. Won't that be something? Wow. Um, and at that point, see, if it wasn't, if I had like a supercomputer, if I had like an amazing computer, I would put both of these things together as one big template so I could compare, like, and make sure and see that like everything was going to do what I wanted it to do and it was going to be awesome. Um, I don't think that's going to be possible. I think making it that big is just asking me to have a computer, you know, seize up and whatever. I mean, this thing's already huge. So, yeah, but there's, so, okay. So this would be the size that I guess, is the front of the bag. Is that considered? Yeah, right. The front of the bag, because then you flip up the lid and to get your stuff out of it. So like this would be the side that faces everybody, and then the lid side face is against your body. So that's one side, and this is the other side. This is our halfway line. So when we're doing the pattern, we're basically worrying about the pattern from here to here. What happens in the top part there will be, you kind of want it to continue the pattern onwards, but that can be different. It can change. It can be whatever. The bulk of the pattern is down here and down here. So yeah, we have made a template, and yeah, this is some of the stuff that's typically behind the scenes. I don't think I've ever shared making a template for my bags before, so this is a first. Hopefully you guys learned something from it, enjoyed it, and if you got questions, leave it in the comments. Um, oh, if you wanted a bag that didn't have the flaps, you could just use two of these, right? If you're going with just it just slides, the phone just slides in and gravity's going to hold it in there and you're not worried about, you know, a pickpocket or whatever, and you don't need the flap, um, then this is it. This is all you need, right? Or maybe you design the bag a little bit different. Maybe you know, an alternative way would be that we kept the area at the top up here and squared it off. So then the flap, instead of being a triangular flap, would have been a rectangular flap, you know? So there's a lot of possibilities with something like this when you're designing your own. So instead of just using my template, maybe you build your own based on the ideas that you have for it. So yeah, there you go. A little bit extra bonus material there. So thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these tutorials possible. And thanks for watching for so long. I really do appreciate it. Please leave a like, leave lots of comments, leave lots of questions. Maybe there'll be a follow-up video to explain anything that I might have missed. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.